Hello everyone, happy Monday and welcome to your full body Pilates class with me, April. I hope you've all had a lovely week and are enjoying this fabulous weather we've been having. Today we've got a full 30-minute body class that's going to work your entire body from head to toe. All you need is a mat and a little bit of space and a cushion or a headlock if you've got one. As always, if you want to, if you know your own limitations, then please do not do any exercises that make you feel tense or stiff. If you've got any pain, please stop immediately and just take a breather. And always listen to your body because it knows a lot more than you do. Okay, so first of all, we're going to start off by laying down, taking the hand beneath the knees, and then what we're going to do is stretch out the shoulders. So your hands are here, and then you're going to relax the back of your head on your cushion. It's really important that your head is not tilting up like this because it puts a lot of pressure right at the top of the spine, which is not what we want. So to relax the upper body, if you can't quite manage your hands, your elbows underneath, you can take your hands under there as well. We're also stretching out the lower back here, which is really, really lovely. So we're going to inhale and then exhale, push the knees into the hands and drop the shoulders away from the ears whilst keeping the neck nice and long. Just breathing in and out. And then come back in and exhale out. And in and out. Push away, drop those shoulders. And then come in. And then take the hands onto the knees and we're going to roll around. I underestimated how warm I would be, so I'm going to take my top off. But you, with the hands onto the knees, just roll around. So your lower back gets a nice massage. So really hug them in and then push them away. And then the other way. And then just rock side to side. Good, and then take the right foot onto the floor, hands behind that thigh, drop the shoulders, inhale, exhale, and just push up. So don't forget, I always say in this hot weather, water retention is a thing. It can make you feel quite puffy. Your legs can swell, your ankles can swell, so can the feet. So by doing these exercises, you help just to relax. You might have a little shake in the leg, that's normal. And then we're going to point through the toes and then feel that stretch right along the front of the ankle and going into the foot, and then push again and then point. And then push and then point. And relax. Good. Place it down. Hug the right knee in, drop the shoulders, inhale, exhale, push up. And then point. And then push. And then point. Good. Now we're going to have a quick breather and then we're going to push both legs up in the air. So take the hands behind the thighs just gently and then inhale, exhale. See if you can get both legs nice and straight. I always say this, but if you're new here, I'll repeat myself. If you have a bad back, these leg stretches will really help because chances are you have a bad back because you have tight hamstrings or tight calf muscles. So every time you stretch your legs, your back is actually singing hallelujah and really enjoying it. And then relax, hug the knees in, rock side to side. And then one more time, inhale, Exhale, push up. And release. Good. Take the soles of the feet together, just push the knees out. And then come back in. And then out. And then in. Good. Now take this right leg out long and just push through the heel and then point through the toes and lift the leg up. And now just very gently, we're just going to circle from the hip. So your leg isn't leading, your hip is doing all the work. If this is too much, you can always bend the knee as well. If you over point through the toes, you could get cramps. So if you do, just give yourself a little second. And then switch direction. And then release it down. Good. Just wiggle those hips, make sure they're nice and even, and then inhale, lift up, and then circle the left hip. Now, if you take your hand to your tummy, you'll feel your core working. And then the other way. And then release. Good. Now take the right ankle above the left knee and just push it out to the side. And release down, and other side. And release. Good. So now our lower body's had a little bit of a warm up. And now it's time to just get those shoulders moving. So all you're going to do is stretch your arms up, and you're going to fingertips nice and long, and you're going to circle again from your shoulders. So your arms are doing nothing, but the arms are nice and long. And then the other way. And release. And now just floating the hands down and lifting up. And floating down and lifting up. And floating down, lifting up, floating down, lifting up, floating down, and lifting up. And we'll do 4, and up, 3, and up, 2, and up, and 1, and up, and release down. Good. And now just what we're going to do is really nice for the neck. We're going to inhale and exhale, turn the head to the side, come back in and over to the other side. And come in, over to the right, and in and over to the left. Just really gently, it's just really, really nice on the neck. Good, and we'll do 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good, and then just release. We'll just do some pelvic tilts, which are amazing for the lower back. So for this, you have your feet heels out, toes forward. Now push your lower back into the floor as if your glutes are coming off. And we're going to hold it there. Really squeeze all of your core muscles and your pelvic floor. If you get bad back or if you have weak pelvic floor muscles, this is one of the best exercises you can do. It doesn't take much effort, but it really, really helps build up strength. And release down. And let's do 3 more. Inhale, exhale, tuck under. And push down. And again, under. And down. And last one, tuck and really squeeze. And release. Wonderful, good. Let's get working on that core then. So bring the feet up, squeeze the thighs together. And this is all you're going to do. So your knees are here. Big trick. If your knees are down here, you're not going to work your core. Your legs need to be like this, making sure your lower back is not arched. So if you have got an arch in the lower back already, then all you need to do is just tuck under a tad. Even I have that problem. And then you're just going to squeeze the inner thighs together. So it doesn't look like I'm doing anything, but I can feel all my inner thighs and all my core muscles tensing up and release. And again, squeeze, breathing out. And release. And again, in. And release. Good. Squeezing in. And out. And 3. And release. 2. And release. And 1. Hold it. 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. Good. So when I always say your core is always working, that is what I mean. Even by lifting up your feet, you'll feel your core muscles squeezing and contracting, and that is really, really good for just strengthening everything up, basically. Highly recommend you do these a few times a day, and of course they do help your pelvic floor too. So now take your hands underneath your lower back, lifting the legs up. And very carefully do this. If you have any lower back issues, do not drop your legs down too low, as this will aggravate your lower back because it will probably arch, okay? So drop the shoulders, think of your upper body posture, relaxing the head, and we're going to inhale, exhale, drop and hold. 3, 2, 1. Slowly lift up. Inhale, exhale, other side. And lift and come down. And lift and again down. And lift. Good. Come down. And up and left leg. Really take your time. Don't drop the leg too low. And relax. So we're going to repeat that, but we can make it a little bit harder. If you know, like I say, you've got a previous back problem, or that is just enough for you, you can stay there. If not, you can join me by dropping one leg, then the other leg, then lifting up and up. Good. And again, down, down, lift, lift. Now the other leg leads, so down, down, lift, lift, and again, down, down, lift, lift. A few more times, down. Your core's working really hard, so keep going, you're doing really, really well. Lift, lift, and again, right leg, left. Of course, stay with the individual legs if that's better for you. We've just got 2 more, keep it going. Left leg, right leg. Up, and again, last time, left, right, up, up. Good, well done. If you felt that in your thighs, the best thing to do is cross one ankle over the other and push the knees out to the side. stand up, and then other way. And then good. Relax. Wonderful. Hug those knees in towards your chest. Let your lower back just hover off the floor. So you would have felt that in your core, obviously. It works in your lower abdominals as well, which I know is the hardest part to try and tone, because that's where all our excess fat sits around our vital organs. But that just really helps you sort of strengthen that lower abdominal wall, and also your deep core muscles as well. Good. And relax. Wonderful. Now let's come on to our front and working into that spine. This is one of the nicest relaxing exercises. All of my clients love this one in face-to-face classes, the child's pose. So sitting up nice and tall, hands down, stretch forward and let your back relax. Actually imagine all your muscles in your back, along your spine, get a good deep stretch. Just breathing in and out. Rolling up, stretching off the shoulders. Again, very good if you sit at a desk all day. Left hand forward, right hand underneath, and then stretch out long. And then come up, push through, and the other side. Right arm long, really stretching it out. So don't just sort of push your arm towards the top of the mat. Keep that right arm really nice and straight. And that left hand can come through, and there you are getting a nice deep stretch. And then come up. Fabulous. And now just sitting onto the heels or onto the knees, just rolling those shoulders forwards. You'll be surprised at how sometimes, even if you don't go to the gym, if you don't do any sort of sports, how tense your shoulders get, because we use them all the time in everyday life, like cooking, picking up children, gardening, driving. So never underestimate the power of a good upper body stretch. Good. Okay, now let's work into the back and the legs. So onto all fours. Make sure the front of your mat is nice and clear, so you've got some space. So we're on all fours. In fact, I'm going to turn around this way just in case I kick that mirror and break it. That would be bad luck, wouldn't it? And then, so the knees are in line with the hips and the wrists are in line with your shoulders. All you're going to do is stretch your right leg out long, lift it up, hold it there. And then you're going to pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it. Breathe in and out, trying to keep those hips nice and level. Squeeze and back down. Good. Other side. So leg out. So stretch the leg out first, then lift. Then really squeeze all into your glutes, which is your bottom, and the hamstrings and the leg. And then we're going to pulse. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. And come down. Good. Now what we're going to do is drop the shoulders and then stretch your right arm out long and then lift it up, dropping it away from the right arm. And you're going to hold it here for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we're going to pulse it for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and place it down. Good. Reset your shoulders, so that means drop your shoulders down so they're not hunched up here, and then other side. Lift up and hold. So really squeeze, and you'll feel your core activating when you do this. Have a slight bend in that right elbow, and we'll pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Wonderful. Okay, so we're going to put those two exercises together. So we're going to pulse the leg and the arm at the same time. Now, if you feel like you can't do that, maybe you've got a bad wrist, maybe you've got a bad knee, or maybe you just don't feel that confident sort of lifting one arm up and down, I will give you an alternative. So this is what we want to do. We want to stretch out the left leg and the right and pulse them together. That works, obviously, your joints and your core, very good for stability. If you feel like you can't do that, what I suggest is you could just stretch out one arm, one leg, and you could hold it, or you could tap that foot down and lift it up whilst lifting out the right arm. And what that does, it gets your body used to the movement, and then your coordination skills, of course, and it just helps to sort of work your body as one. If you find that the leg is too much to move, you could just lift up the right arm if you find that any easier. So I'll go through the options again. We can either stretch out and pulse together, or we could keep the right arm still, the left leg moves, or we keep the left leg still and the right arm moves, okay? If that's too much, you can just hold this position. That's fine. Okay, here we go. So onto all fours, the left leg goes back, the right arm goes out. So really secure yourself down to the mat with the right knee and left hand. Slight bend in that left elbow, lift and hold. Now, if you're with me, we're going to pulse for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, nice and controlled, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. Left foot, right hand comes down. Good, and you would have felt that sort of, that feeling in the left arm as well. Other side, right leg out, left arm forward. Inhale, lift. And once you're ready and secure, bend that right elbow. We're going to pulse, or you can do whatever you want for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Come down. Wonderful. Let's do that one more time each side. Relax the shoulders, left leg back, right arm forward. Inhale, lift. And pulse. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. Down and back in. Good. One more time to the other side. Right leg, left arm, drop shoulders, bend that right elbow, lift. For 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold. And down. Good. Wonderful. So whatever you did, I hope you felt the benefits of that one. It does work your entire body from head to toe, and it's very, very good for the core and stability. Hands down, place the elbows down, and just breathe in and out. Wonderful. Good. Now we're coming into a downward dog, which I do often sometimes do, as this helps just to alleviate tension in the backs of the legs and the spine. If you can't do a downward dog, you can just do a child's pose, what we've just done, because that also does help alleviate back tension. So fingertips towards the back, top of the mat, curl those toes under, lift up. Exhale, push the heels down, or you can lift one heel up and down at a time if you wish, or if you can take both heels to the floor, then do so. But we're here for 3, 2, 1. Now walk the feet back, and we're going to bring that right knee in between the hands and let that left leg go long. So imagine that the hips are squared off to the mat, which means that you haven't got one hip on an angle. They're both facing down towards the mat. And then you're going to bring both hands down, tuck the toes under on the left foot, and lift that left knee up and push through the heel. Now you're going to feel a lovely stretch right across the front of the thigh. So if you get hip pain, if you have tight hips, this is really, really good for that. If you do a lot of walking or if you run, this is a very good stretch to open up the front of the body. Alleviate down. Good. Hands back. We're coming back into a downward dog. So tuck the toes under on the left foot. Lift up. Use your core strength. That's just been worked very hard to come back into a downward dog. Pedal out if you need to. So lift one heel up and down. And then when you're ready, inhale. Bring that left knee in between the hands and let that right leg just go long. Just to let the hips settle down, elbows down to the floor, tuck the right toes under, lift the right knee up, and relax. And then come down. Good. Bring both knees together. Sink down into those hips and then come and lay onto your back. Taking the cushion behind you. Roll down. So nod your chin and let your back round through. So not many times when a Pilates teacher will say round off your spine, but this is one of them. So round and let the back come down and then hug the knees in. Rocking side to side. Good. Bring the feet down towards the floor and to stretch off the upper back. So if you find that you get any back pain, and to be honest, a lot of my Pilates people that come to my classes, they say the shoulders they're so tight. It's a very common problem that I've seen over the years. So these exercises are really good for that. So take the fingers together, clasp the fingers together, and then turn the palms up, and then just push up, but keep the neck down. And relax. Now take the right hand to the left wrist. We're going to push up, and then you're going to pull with the right hand on that wrist, and you won't feel a massive stretch, but it is helping down just one side, which is very important because obviously you have a dominant side as well. So if you're right or left-handed, depending on which handed you are, that will also play a massive part of your body and how it works and what dominant side we are. Switch to the other side. Inhale, exhale. So for example, if you're right-handed, you'll probably almost open a car door with your right hand. You will push a door with your right hand. You'll pull a door, and obviously over time, this really weakens your muscles, and then the other side of your body gets sort of weaker. So it makes up for the more dominant side, and this is where imbalance can happen. So it's good to stretch them out properly. Take the right hand to the left elbow, left to right. Inhale, exhale, push up. And release down. Good. Now we're just going to have a few minutes of just breathing in and out. You can lay in whichever position you want. Take the hands down by your sides, keep your neck long. And we're just going to inhale through your nose. Exhale through the mouth. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. In. out. And in. And out. Now just continue in your own time, allowing your body to relax. Big deep breath in and out. Take a lovely long body stretch. Gently roll yourself up, sitting up nice and tall. Feeling the effects of all that nice stretching we've done. Stretch the arms out. Inhale. Exhale. In and out. In and out. And in and out. And thank you all so much for joining me today. I hope you really enjoyed it. I hope you're getting a lot out of these classes. If you miss a class, don't worry, it's always saved to the page, and you could always do 10 minutes at a time. Little and often it works amazing for Pilates, and your body will be so grateful for it. Have a fantastic week, and I'll see you all next Monday. Bye bye.